What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
Don't mind me, I'm doing some last minute posting, trying to get ourselves together up in these Facebook and
Y'all know how it go. We're gonna
technological streets.
give y'all a few minutes to get up in here.
Yes.
What's power?
Yes.
What's up? What's happening? Hopefully y'all can hear us real good. Hopefully we can get the podcast right this time.
Ah, yes.
Gonna give y'all some time to hop on in.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Go ahead, like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. What's up, DL? God, I almost said your name wrong. How did I do that? What's up, DSOG Mental? What's good with you, sir? So what I can see on our YouTube, we have about 59 subscribers. We need to get that to at least 60 before the end of the day.
For sure.
Can we do that?
You know what? Speaking of that, I was actually looking at analytics earlier.
Yeah. What's good?
Do you know, or did you know,
Mhm.
that only 56% of all the people that listen to us are subscribed?
I did not know that.
Yeah. The other 44% of y'all, help us out.
Where
Help us
you
get that
at?
YouTube algorithm. Where y'all at?
Right, for real. We want to know.
What's power, DSOG Mental? I'm still waiting for your curly to go on tour.
Right? We're going to have a curly tour, right?
Right.
Yes.
The Jerry Curl tour or something. There's so
Right.
many ways you go with that too.
That's going to be a mess. I can just wait to see that. Let's see.
Shout out.
But you see what the thing says. Why did you all not enter the talent show? Honestly, I was at work.
I didn't even know about it, to be honest with you. That's honestly, that's news to me.
I found out about it like maybe a week ago. But yeah, I knew I was gonna have to be at work, so we don't have lives, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, NeRo's a case worker when he's not on Black in a Minute. I am a sales manager when I'm not on Black in a Minute. So honestly,
The grind is
it's hard.
real. Yeah, for real, for real. If there's anything I miss about my old job, it's the free time that I was actually allotted. But other than that, I'm good.
Part-time days.
Right. Nice times. Nice times. Wasn't mad at it. Bro, I'm probably gonna sound like the most ignorant dude on the black dude in the earth, but I did not realize the pics get this long. This thing has become my new best friend, at least for today. Because y'all know I usually have my hair done, but I actually took it down and washed it out today. So yeah, me and the fro just been hanging out today. So yes, this has become my new best friend. I like this. Look how long that is. Y'all see that?
You guys admire this
Let's
man's
go.
pick, especially because they didn't know that they make him that long.
I didn't. Look, the last one I had was like half
Bruh,
that.
You never had the pick just like that, where it goes outward, almost
Where
like
it does the I got that.
that same one, but with the fist on top.
Yeah.
It's literally like, I think it's longer than that one.
Is it?
They got one like that.
You gonna make me go back to the beauty supply store?
I don't know.
I'm off tomorrow. Don't tell me what a good
I
time.
know. Look,
Don't tell me what a good time.
growing up, I remember I used to see them all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some big ones, but I've never seen ones this. It might just be because it's straight, so it looks longer
Maybe.
versus the
'Cause
ones
they
that
got
was
one
fanned
like
out.
that
Yeah,
fan out.
because I had one that was
And
like
I think it's longer
maybe
than that.
that long, and it was fanned out. But yeah, yeah, bro. The SOG Mental said need to create your own wealth, sir. We are working on that, but you know the way the system is, and you know the way the world works.
Yeah, you gotta have the backlog.
Yep,
You ain't already got the money.
true that.
But this is the fun. Those things are the fun. These things. So you gotta make it work somehow.
It's all done in good faith. Besides that, I don't mind what I do, just because it is giving me experiences that are gonna help me to be able to aid and help out people later in life as well. Like whenever I do move into different avenues, I can use this to fall back on as experience. You know,
Still gotta pay bills and stuff.
yeah. I love to say forget the system too, man, all day. Trust me. But at the same time, real it life is real. And sometimes learning how to navigate the system and how it works is a better way to do it. Not saying that that's the way, but just for me in this position that I'm currently in, I'm thankful for where I'm at in terms of what I do as work. Just because I have been able to impact lives, some of them even being black lives, by being not only a representative in the system, but also being someone who helps people. You know what I'm saying? Look, the children, look, we always say children are our future, man. So
Listen to
being
the
able to
kids,
look,
bro.
yes, listen to the kid. Look, because of the fact that, you know, kids get so negatively affected by so many things, and it does get overlooked a lot unless you are in a line of work that truly does apply to that. You know, because a lot of us honestly don't see it. You know, I thought I was seeing it. I really thought I was seeing it before I got into this line of work, and I realized how much I didn't see. You know, and I've realized how much mental illnesses and emotional afflictions affect our kids. We kind of off topic, but seriously, we need to check for our babies because they're being assaulted from all ends by so much, so much. Some of it's just in the home. You know, that's why we have to be careful of what aspects of ourselves we even show our children, for real. Because you never know what you're passing down. You never know what generational curses you're creating, which is another pod we've done. But legitimately, one thing that you learn is actually the vast majority of people who are actively in the system because of their kids are people who were born under similar circumstances where their parents ended up under the system, where their parents ended up having issues with, like, DCS and various other things. It creates a cycle. It's a cyclical thing that we have to work to break.
For those of y'all who are just now joining us, topic tonight, headline for the video is "What does blackness mean to me?" Black history is effectively about to be over in terms of the month.
Yes, sir.
Right? We know it's 365, but of course,
right.
Goodness, I'm over here dying.
No. Yeah, go ahead and get your breath so you can get your thought out. Get your thought out, bro.
No, yeah.
Please don't die.
Particles. That's it.
Good Lord. I understand, though.
But nonetheless, y'all, we have to close the month out, right?
Right.
I've been hearing some people refer to it as Black Future Month.
Yes,
and honestly, I like the ring of that better. And I'm going to tell you why. It's always been referred to primarily as Black History Month, and of course that'll never change. But it seems like we do so much more of reflecting on the past. You know what I'm saying? Instead of talking about and building upon the future.
It's crazy that I knew that was where you was going with it too.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because it's so rudimentary that it's like, like it's duh. Of course, that's what you're gonna say.
Right. Actually, one of the interesting things about that is the fact that, we actually did a Black History program in my church today. And a couple people actually went over some Black history that is right here in the Ville, right here in Indiana.
Okay.
Do you know that the first black teacher in Evansville is still here and living?
Cool. How did they say, like, how old is she?
I don't recall how old she is, but if you ask a lot of older people, they know who she is. Interestingly enough, I think she started around the early 70s. She didn't even have a black student until probably the mid 70s. Okay. Once integration kind of started off. And her name escapes me right now. But yeah, she's actually still living.
Dope. That's dope.
That is dope. But it is very interesting how much Black history we have just in this city, just in this area of Indiana. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy that we have Black folk that are still living that are able to say out of their mouths that when they were going to school, that they heard like white people in power saying that they would die and go straight to hell before blacks ended up anywhere where whites. And look where we're at. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, the mission's over. It's not. Nowhere near. But just like those before us, we have to understand the assignment and push forward. We have to push for excellence. We have to, reach into different avenues. Like one individual that my uncle had me, shout out to him. Shout out to Uncle Ricky. He's currently recovering right now. He's actually in the hospital. Him and my grandmother, actually. It's been a weird month. So weird month for sickness, afflictions, things of that nature. So
for me, it's been a weird year.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'm already knowing about you, bro.
I'm just like, man, okay.
Blindsides everywhere.
All right.
Right? Wait, hold on. But one thing that I would push to us as Black folk, because this is something that I hear a lot of, and I've heard a lot of as I've grown up, is that cherish your elders. Not just because we love them, but because they are repositories of knowledge and wisdom that we will never get back. Once that, like with a lot of them, once they leave this earth, that knowledge leaves with them. That experience leaves with them.
Especially if you ain't heard or
taking
time to listen to those stories.
Look. Sometimes you got to sit down and listen to granddaddy or great uncle's war stories. You know what I'm saying? And them people, they have war stories. You know what I'm saying? The interesting thing that a lot of us get very focused in on, even back then, was an image thing. Did you know that Rosa Parks wasn't the first person to refuse not to take her seat? It was actually a young lady who,
I think her name was Claudette Colvin.
I think you're right. Claudette. Yeah, Claudette Colvin. Yes. The reason they didn't push for her, though, was because she was not only 15, so she was a minor. She was also a person who was actively pregnant at the time. So as a result, the NAACP and a lot of the Black leaders didn't want to risk her getting ridiculed by white media if they used her as the face of the movement. However, that came with the caveat of her being largely overlooked by history. And one of the interesting things that I find is that there are many individuals who have been overlooked by history. There are many individuals who took part and did something in the struggle. They didn't necessarily have to be a Martin Luther King, Actually, interesting thing I didn't know was that, I didn't know for a while until I got older. The Red Scare, right? You know how they actually used to interrogate various peoples and persons of interest in order to determine that they were communist sympathizers? The founder of the church conglomerate that I'm a part of, which is the Church of God in Christ, is a guy named Charles Harrison Mason. He was one of the ones that was interviewed as a person of interest and was subsequently blacklisted by the government. Because see, the way they would do it is they would do directed questions, and that so that way, no matter how you answered it, you always came out sounding like a communist sympathizer. Another one who was actually another person that my uncle had me reading about since way back when I was a kid, and I didn't even take it seriously until I got older. Was Paul Robeson? You heard of him?
Yeah.
A polyglot, a polyglot, absolutely, because he was very skilled and proficient in various areas. He was a law graduate of Rutgers University. He, like I said, he did graduate with a law degree. He ended up not immediately going into the realm of politics, but he actually went into singing, performing. He was one of the first black males who actually played the title role of Othello.
Yeah, so G Mental says, you know about the show?
Not sure which show you're talking
There's
about.
a show related to Paul Robeson.
Or about the Red Scare, I'm not sure.
Yeah, be more specific on that.
But as I was saying, like, this is a man who, when he didn't, and this is something I do respect about him, when he wasn't able to get respect and recognition for his skills and his talents here in the States, he actually went abroad and started spreading things around the country. He not only sung old Negro spirituals and passed those around the world, he actively made an effort to learn about the cultures of other areas that he went to throughout Europe, right? He learned Slavic spirituals, different things of that nature. And like, it was one of those things where I think ultimately he learned and mastered a way to and mastered, I think, about 25 different languages, where to the level that he could sing in them.
Yeah,
impressive.
DSOG Mental, definitely put that in here.
Yeah.
Church Hill.
Oh, that's being one of them. I got that. Hold on. You guys are coming earlier. Must be because we're talking about black stuff. Hold on. Let me go ahead and
I got it.
Deal with that. Oh, you got it?
Yep.
Betcha, brother.
But Rudy Bridges.
Yes, sir.
First,
did you do it straight from the
from
YouTube? Oh, no, I'm gonna do it from YouTube too and get this thing out.
First girl to go into a non-segregated school.
Mm-hmm.
That woman is in her early 60s now, y'all. Rudy Bridges, look her up.
Yes.
Younger than my uncle is.
Yeah, because
of where she happened to live at.
Mm-hmm.
She was able to have that privilege before, hundreds of thousands of our people.
Right.
Reason why I bring that up specifically is because, a lot of people, I think generally, when we talk about what does it mean, what does blackness mean to me, a lot of times I hear a lot of types of things that tend to be like, strength, resilience,
mm-hmm.
Passion. And you know what? I would say privilege.
Yes.
And I know that's not a popular thing to say, but
right.
Let me explain.
Yeah, go ahead and elaborate.
What I've come to understand is that, there are privileges in this world to being a black person too. To being a person, and specifically when we talk black, what I'm really saying is anybody who not only has, some form of African DNA in their blood, but also identifies as such. Because while there may be different things, different parts and faculties of society that we do benefit from versus what we don't, they do exist. And I don't think of black people or the black diaspora as victims or
No,
underprivileged. I view it as maybe different privileges
we're survivors.
for sure.
We're survivors. And
But
and
more
the
than
thing,
that, though,
the interesting thing about it is that even there was a sociology class I took, and we actually got into the subject of music. And my teacher was actually a white teacher, said it very clearly that every innovation that has happened in in recorded history of music has always been associated with people of African descent. Every shift, every change, every development, every revolution has been associated with us. Oh, the I didn't know, maybe you didn't either. Yeah, I've heard of that. Because Charlamagne the God pushes that a lot on the Breakfast Club. I've happened to catch a couple of those, and they're pretty interesting. Um, interesting thing that I didn't know until I read about it, because I've been reading that. I need to get back to it. That Paul Robeson audio biography. I can't talk today. Did you not know that actually when he was supposed to be playing Othello, and they had planned out the first performance, the city in which it was happening had actually threatened the producer that they were going to try and shut it down. I mean, they made everything possible. There were people who were actively planning on rioting on the day of. They still went through with it. But it's the fact that that was only in the 30s, not even 100 years ago, 90-something years ago, if that, right? So 90-something years ago, the concept, not the fact, the concept, the visual depiction of a white woman being in any way subservient to a black man, even though this was in the confines of a relationship, was so intensely offensive and so intensely disturbing to the white populace that they were willing to riot over a depiction of it. Not over it happening, a depiction of it. A visual representation, a play. Imagine that. Imagine somebody really wanted to start a fight over the Frozen play. Something you take kids out to or whatever. Imagine if somebody did that over the Wizard of Oz or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's insane. It's insane. You know what I'm saying? And it's so wild. It's so wild. It's so wild. Sorry, I'm gonna be dropping Snapple facts on y'all as I think of them.
Now this is part of what does blackness mean to me.
True
when I think of adjectives, at least, that describe what blackness means to me, I think of cool.
Yeah.
And when I think of cool, I think of our ability as the black diaspora, because I want to include everything that pretty much falls under that.
Right.
For the simple fact that we all are trendsetters. We move the culture in a way when it comes to things that are cool and interesting. Mm-hmm. Things that are hip. You know what I'm saying? Dance, music, our ability to basically turn anything into something that's like cool.
Right.
Is like so dope. So dope. Rhythm and soul and those kind of things. Basically how we, in positive manners, express our emotions into art.
Right.
I think that's so amazing.
I think that's
not just from the way we dress and the type of music we create, but the wording.
Yes.
The lingo. We
are naturally gifted with an intrinsic difference. That's a quotable. We as black people, let me say that again. We are naturally gifted with an intrinsic difference as people. There's just something about us that just hits different. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something that it's not meant to be disparaging towards other peoples or other individuals of color, whoever. Never. But this is just something we recognize, right? This is something that is special to us, right? Look, for the Naruto nerds, y'all know what a Kekkei Genkai is, right? You know, it's a mixture of different things, but normally those things come through what? Bloodlines, and specific bloodlines at that, right? It means it's something that is specific to them. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily better or worse than anybody, but it is something that is specifically special to them. That is the same thing with us, and there are so many different things. There's so many different things from culture, music, dance, all those things. And you even see the permeation of it throughout every culture that we as African descended beings associate with and integrate into. It is something that is literally undilutable. And that's the amazing thing for it. You know, that's the amazing thing about it, truthfully. That's why, to answer your question from before, when DSOG, not, and this is not to knock you, man. When you say forget pushing other people's missions for them to make money, push your own, you know, this is my mission. And it's not just to make money. My mission is to help individuals who can't help themselves. And what is the most underserved population, white, black, or whatever, that cannot help itself than children? You know what I'm saying? I found in my life, I have found equilibrium in helping others. So that is my mission. You know what I'm saying? And the mission don't stop no matter who I work with, no matter who I work for, no matter where I'm doing it, whether it's under my umbrella or whether I am learning and studying under others. Because here's the thing that you have to remember. Before you can become a master, you have to become a student. You have to learn how to carry yourself, how to conduct yourself, the tricks of the trade, ways that can be utilized to aid others and to do for others and to teach and educate others. That's my plan. That's my mission. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it, you know? So I don't see it necessarily as something of, helping somebody else's money mission, because honestly, this is one of the few times in which I don't feel like I'm doing that. I feel like, yes, do I get paid? Yeah, I get paid for what I do, especially if I do an especially good job and I put in the work. However, at the end of the day, what makes it that much more worth it is to see families reunited, things being rebuilt. Because we talk so much about preserving the Black family. We talk so much about preserving the Black legacy, bloodlines, things of that nature. Right. We create the bloodlines. We ain't got no problem doing that. But it's maintaining the stability of it and the sanctity of it that we have issue. And sometimes that's because we become given to different vices, because we fight too much amongst ourselves. We fight with our spouses. We fight our kids. We have unfulfillment. We feel unfulfillment, and we feel disgust and anger, and we take all of these things out on those close to us, like our children. Then the state has to intervene and take them away from us. And only then is the moment that we realize how important the thing that we just lost was. And for some people, they don't. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
For some people, they don't.
You're right. And that's important.
Yes.
We can, you know what? First and foremost, I want to try something.
Yeah, go ahead.
DSOG Mental, or really anybody that's in the chat.
Yeah.
But you seem the most active.
Everybody else, if you're in here, say what's up.
We got the link right here. I just dropped it. I may actually pin it to the top.
Oh, the guest link?
Yes, sir. I want to see if I want to hear some of y'all talk that talk. So if you click on that link, we're gonna try and see if we can get you into the stream.
I'll have to see how I can get him to talk out loud on here. If somebody does pop up, just let me know.
You should be able to see everything I see. So
okay, good.
Hey, if you just now joining, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are going live right now on Facebook.
I do just want to make
YouTube,
sure they get
Twitch.
heard. I do want to make sure they get heard though. So let me ensure that happens. There we go. I hope this will work.
Should.
We may have to put it through the headphones or something. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
But we dropped the link in there. We're gonna try and see if we can get somebody. We can get one of y'all on here live with us.
If anybody has any difficulties with that, just let us know, and we'll try and get you connected in. Because we've been intending to get guests for a long time, and a lot of things get in the way, like the vid and everything else. The vid messed us up real bad, but
we've been trying to respect,
boundaries, things of that nature.
For sure.
But one of the biggest things that I like to harp on when it comes to us as a people is the establishment of not only powerful Black people but intelligent. Another case in point, actually, just to go back to Paul Robeson because he's been on my head. His wife, Miss Eslanda Good Robeson, was also a highly educated woman. And actually in a lot of ways served as his manager. Eslanda Robeson, she was actually an anthropologist by trade.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Says Eslando S.E. Cardozo Good Robeson was an American anthropologist, author, actress, and civil rights activist. She was the wife and the business manager of singer and actor Paul Robeson. So yes, I'll leave it to y'all to actually look into their story, into a lot of the stories between him and his wife, but they were a power couple in every sense of the word. Now, with that being said, we bring the good, we bring the bad. Brother Paul was a Rolling Stone, we ain't gonna lie. And the thing about it is, he suffered from from afflictions that was very similar to those shared by a lot of Black stars and icons nowadays, is that they let the popularity get to them. They allowed it to turn them into individuals, however briefly or however long, that they really weren't. You know what I'm saying? It caused them to change. They let the money, the fame, popularity, people screaming in your face, they let it change them, right? And this woman was a stalwart woman because she stuck behind him through all that. And I'm not saying that every woman has to do that. That's not your hustle. If that ain't your hustle, so be it. But the simple fact is, like I was just talking about with kids, he didn't realize what he had until he almost lost it. How many of us would love to have a spouse who could not only be your emotional rock, but could also be your confidant and the person who helps you to manage your affairs when you go into these larger rooms, these larger gatherings, and in these larger spheres of influence as you develop, right? That's to me, that's the textbook definition of, it helped me. And I think that's wonderful. And then also to be able to pursue a lot of her own, pursuits and her own interests. You know what I'm saying? I think that is beyond wonderful. It's beyond amazing, and it's definitely worthy of praise and admiration. You know what I'm saying? One thing I would say. Okay, there we go. go. I don't know why this. I think we're starting to come back. Let me see.
It should be good. Can y'all see and hear us? For the one in the
Hello.
chat, or let us know.
Right. Okay, we're moving a little bit more now. Now we're good. I don't know what happened. That was very strange. That was very strange. Sorry about that. It seems we had a little bit of technical difficulties. We had a freeze there. I don't know what that was about. Let me make sure nothing is doing too much in the background. Let me see. Let's see if we can get some more people in too.
Yeah, where y'all at? We need y'all to share this. We talking about what it means to be black.
Right.
Don't y'all know some black folk?
Right. I'm just saying.
And even if not, you can at least appreciate it, from the lens of a non-black person, and maybe you may learn something. You may learn it's maybe insightful for you.
Precisely. Let's see. Make sure this thing working. Make sure this thing is working. I don't think anything else is connected to it. All right, I think we're good though. And we currently have 5 people for this on YouTube. Let's see who's all here.
What's going on, y'all? We got somebody from Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the topic is blackness and what it means to me.
Yes.
The main thing is, I said privilege, because
Right.
there is a privilege that comes with being able to be, for the most part, across the board, universally accepted as cool.
Oh yeah.
Trendsetters, movers of the culture.
Right.
In the sense of things that are trendy and cool.
Right. Hello, Kiki Nikoro. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's good
How you
to
doing,
see
Kiki?
you.
What's up?
Trying to say you have connection issues again. What is it trying to connect to? So I think we're back. I don't know what it's about. I think we're back, but are you on to the Wi-Fi as well?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. It's so strange. You just came.
for your side of it. So tabs running very odd.
Sorry for the inconvenience, y'all. Having technical difficulties.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, down here. I wonder if it's still.
Yeah. Should be.
I don't hear anything. There we go. Hmm. The first time I've seen it.
I don't feel so good.
All right, I think we're back. Pinky subject matter.
The conspiracy.
And it's like every time it gets a strong signal, then it wants to quit. All right, it's doing all right. Let's see what it does. See, it starts to weaken. And then trying to see if anything else changes. Yeah,
I think we're back on now.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what it does to YouTube. It's trying to be peculiar on here too.
We're trying to get back to you. They playing with us.
Right.
Playing on our names. Rude.
Right.
Rude.
I think we're back. Somewhat. It started, but it stopped. Let's see. Okay. It's moving around a bit more now. Might have a thing to do with why some stuff isn't happening. I wonder if any one of these is causing issues, but it doesn't tell me. All right, I think we're back, but yeah, it's been very strange. It's very strange. Let me see. What all do you have running on the Chromebook?
I'm not even on the thing.
On anything?
Not on.
Oh, the thing. Okay. Let me see. Let me see if I have any background processes going off.
Universe, what you doing? The universe is conspiring against us, ladies and gentlemen.
Dog, it be like that. Lord help us all. But you know, sometimes it's just one of them things. Another part of being young, gifted, and black is that, well, you deal with adversity. You deal with things that may potentially get in your way. You deal with things that may try to inhibit you from doing what needs to be done. Let me see. Oh, why not VPN is not on? Let's see. See what happens if I turn.
It'll mask the content you got.
Hold on. There we go. Trying to get us back. Let's see if we pop back up on the other side. Yeah, guys, we don't know what happened. That was so weird.
They grown.
Yeah.
And I mean, as far as this topic and everything goes, we ain't gonna keep you guys all night. Because you know what? We definitely do want to emphasize the point that we are black 365 days of the week.
Absolutely.
Of the year, correction. Of the week, 365 days of the week. Hey, if a week was 365 days.
Hyperbolic time chamber.
You know how old we would be right now?
Ancient. But look, ancient. Let me tell you some things about life.
Mine.
But also, do be expecting some new podcast episodes. Because maybe in some way, this is God's way of saying, look, time to get to these episodes. You know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely be on the lookout for new developments. We are now on TikTok. Yes. All you got to do is look us up. It's the same name, the Black in a Minute Podcast.
Yes.
All of that in one. Also, the links to that are in the description of the video, as well as on our website. So we're on TikTok. Also, we're gonna be I'm gonna be creating a channel specifically for shorts.
Right.
So YouTube's version of TikTok, basically, for those of y'all who be watching the YouTube shorts too.
As well. Yep.
Also, we're looking at doing like a Discord, Clubhouse, or Green Room type of thing.
Yes, indeed.
Audio only live broadcast. We're looking at it. Especially as an alternative to the video live stream, or to accompany it, depending on what happens.
Right.
If we're having technical difficulties again, we might have to do that old audio only, hop on the audio and get to chatting with y'all on the audio.
Absolutely. We want to make sure that we are maintaining connections with y'all, though.
For sure. And
That's
pumping
the
out more
primary-
content as well.
That's the primary concern we have. We want to maintain that connection and make sure that that connection is solid. So any way in which that we can do that, any way that we can make that happen is something that we will implement readily.
For sure.
You know.
Just be on the lookout, though. There'll definitely be a bunch of different updates coming
Yes,
here
indeed.
soon with the podcast. More ways to listen.
Yes,
more
indeed.
ways to enjoy our content.
And more ways to get our stuff.
For sure.
Yes.
We're going to have some new products because it's getting warmer slowly but surely, depending on where you stay at. Because I know some of my people's up in the north, y'all still dealing with a lot of snow and stuff.
Bro, that's
We
because
just been
y'all
dealing
live
with-
in that stuff.
We've been dealing with a lot of rain.
Yep.
A lot of
Freezing
changes-
rain.
A
That's
lot
been
of changes in
fun.
temperature. Don't get it twisted. There's still climate change over here too.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
But look like we gonna have here down in the what would we say, the lower end of the Midwest. We down in the
Right.
south.
Yeah.
Almost, but not quite.
Yeah.
We gonna be experiencing spring early.
Yep. What's good,
So-
RC? I can see you on the Instagram. Good to see you, man.
Was Pablo.
We've been
But-
trying to do this whole thing on not only YouTube but also Instagram, and YouTube been tripping. So it's a good thing you here because you ain't gonna have to worry about the lagging, bruh. It's rough out here.
Man,
It's rough out here. I don't know what's going on.
but yeah, like I said, we just wanted to share a few tidbits about, what does Blackness mean to us?
Yes.
And what does it mean to you? Maybe this is something you guys can go home thinking about.
Maybe this can be homework.
Yeah, can be.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think so.
Let this be your homework. Because tomorrow's the last day of February,
Right.
the last day of Black History / what I'm calling Black Future Month.
Right.
I didn't come up with it, but I like it, and I like the concept of looking forward instead of looking back all the day.
I was about to say that sounds kind of fresh, actually. Black
So,
Future Month.
I think Ye came up with it, but I don't know. He was the first person I heard say it.
Right.
But
It just sounds so dope, though.
also,
Like I'm so with it.
yeah. But think about it.
Right.
For my Black parents out there,
Yes.
talk to your kids about what Blackness means to you. Instill that within them. Maybe they'll gain some deeper knowledge of self or understanding and what it actually means to be Black in America.
Right.
But,
I mean,
that's what I think. I think of coolness. I think of power, perseverance. I think of magic.
yeah.
I think of magic. Okay? I think of melanin because it's there in abundance.
Abundance. Yes.
Because everybody pretty much has melanin.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Well, and also in terms of abundance, prosperity, multiplication, we don't die, we multiply, we build, we permeate.
Longevity.
Yes.
Life don't crack.
Right.
Longevity.
Look. Once again, I'm gonna say it, and I don't care how many times they get mad at us. We permeate every aspect of popular culture and have for the last 100, 200 years.
Woo!
That is never gonna change, ever. And that is something that is worthy of recognition.
Bro,
It should
can you-
never be ignored.
Can you say that again? Please.
We permeate every aspect of pop culture and have for well over 100 years, if not 200 years. And that is something that is never going to change, and that is something that can never be discounted from us. That's just facts. That's just facts. You know what I'm saying? You got to know. Sometimes you got to let folks know because they act like they don't know.
You what? Huh? What'd you say? You what?
I got to let them know.
Hey.
Yeah.
What James Brown say? Say it loud.
I'm black and I'm proud. Yeah.
Hey. You what? I'm black and I'm proud. Oh,
You
that's without
stupid.
being silly.
You see, why do we give you power?
I'm black and I'm proud.
This is why we can't give you nice things. This is exactly why we can't give you nice things. Because you get to acting up.
Come on.
Because you'll get to acting up.
And you know what?
Yeah. What's up? What's
There's
up?
nothing
brother?
wrong with having that pride and joy
Right.
for the things that you hold most dear to you, especially
Absolutely.
when it comes to who and what you identify as.
Yes, and the thing is, pride sometimes is viewed as a negative aspect or as a bad or, a diminishing thing. Pride only diminishes you based on how you use it, based on how you apply it.
Bar.
What you have to remember. Look, what you have to remember is that anything can be positive or negative depending on the application.
For sure.
So the way in which you apply your pride, the way in which you apply and apply value and ascribe pride to things is going to govern how good or bad it is. Because yes, I've seen black pride used wrongly. I can say that.
For sure.
And it's not a subject we like to discuss all the time. It's not something that we like to talk about because people get very touchy about this particular aspect. But look, Hoteps, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to y'all.
Oh, and
or the pseudo Hoteps.
And don't get it twisted. We talk about a little bit of everything.
Look, and we love y'all too.
And we don't often have the most popular opinions, especially me. But
yeah,
that's what this is for.
Yeah.
This is for us to speak.
Yes.
You get it from a black perspective, but that's just in correlation with who we are.
Yes.
As far as what we think, well,
that's a different game.
That comes in many different colors.
Oh, absolutely.
Many different patinas.
And
sometimes you might hear it in a scope that you might feel is of black essence.
Yes.
Sometimes you might hear something and may feel that it's of a conservative air.
Right.
Or a
or liberal or anything
a straight.
Yeah.
Right? Or a who knows?
Whatever
passive.
Right. Whatever line of definition you want to give it. The simple fact is it is what and who we are. And that's one thing that we never compromise, no matter what.
For sure.
That is a rule.
There is a hierarchy here.
Yes.
Our blackness is number one.
It supersedes.
However, it isn't everything that makes us who we are. No.
Is it an integral part of who we are? Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
But as I've said, we have numerous variations that permeate throughout generations. That is something that is amazing about us. That's why you can that's why you can do a Google search of things that black people did or things that black people made, and you will probably get a different set of top 5 results every time. Or you could if Google's nice enough, because of the fact that there are literally hundreds, thousands, millions of things that we have managed to innovate in some way or shape or form.
And it's lovely.
Oh, it's beautiful. But since we're seeing the writing on the wall that things are going to be a little screwy, and we do have much work to do to get you guys those audio pods, one thing I will say is for you too, if you are black or of African descent, love yourself, appreciate yourself, protect and cherish your ancestors and your elders and your descendants, and guide them in the right way that is going to lead them to the best outcome possible.
Facts.
Stay beautiful, stay black. This has been the Black in a Minute podcast. You hear it in the name. Sponsored by Twyman Art. That's why we have all this lovely artwork up here.
Woo!
And we keep expanding with different things. We keep getting like little.
It's over 9,000.
It really is. And it's interesting. They keep decorating stuff with like different things. So like our repertoire expands every time we show up.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, I am NeRo AnGeLo.
And I go by the DarksKing poet. That's dark skin with a G on the end.
Yes, Lord. And we want to wish you a good day, a good night. And we certainly hope that you've had a wonderful Black History Month, because guess what? No matter what things that we have gone through, what things that we have been through, what things that we have suffered, we had an amazing one.
Facts.
You could bet that. I put that on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
You foolish.
I know I'm stupid. But anyway.
You foolish.
But anyway, peace out.
Power.